Good morning. Um, this week has seen some tragic events, but they were planned. They were prepared for, and it was what they were waiting for. I'm talking about the Kyle Rittenhauer situation in Kenosha. Black Lives Matter has been working on false information and propaganda from the start, from the very first time they started. Floyd, Brown, doesn't matter. Every single time it's been a lie. And they've been throwing these riots, they've been bussing in professional agitators from out of state to each of these riots. Kenosha, they was just every so often there's going to be a person killed by the police, and every so often it's going to be a black man. They are waiting to bus in the rioters, and they bust them in overnight. The next day, they had their riot. It is no longer a peaceful protest when Black Lives Matter comes to town. It is no longer. It can no longer be said that they are in any way, shape, or form peaceful. Every time they start, it turns into a riot, and the town burns. If you have Black Lives Matter coming to your town, you are in trouble from the moment they come to your town. They bring in professional people from out of state, felons, uh, bad guys. This guy, the Kyle killed, pedo, whose list of crime of stuff he did in jail. He should never have gotten out of jail. He was not reformed in any way, shape, or form. He should have stayed in prison. He should have been killed if I had my druthers, because he's a pedophile raping children. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You don't do such things to children. It's but instead he was still around to taunt people with guns. They were pushing for this. They were pushing for this. They had these people prepped to do it, to do the agitating and get shot. They were just waiting for the militias to come out. They had the murder charges written up beforehand. They were just waiting to fill in the names. Of course, the charges are complete bullshit. They have nothing to do with what actually happened. Kyle's going to get off unless they've got a stacked jury. And the chances are good that they've got a stacked jury, because they stacked it a couple weeks ago. They stacked it on the day, or they sent out the jury notices on the day of the police shooting, with a stacked jury that's selected to be all left-leaning people. That's how they got Roger Stone. That's what they did with Roger Stone. They stacked the jury. The entire pool of people to choose from was these left liberals. Psychopaths. There is a large and deep and wide, nationwide Marxist, Leninist conspiracy of psychopaths who do not care about other people, who do not care for the rule of law, who are using every tool at their disposal to disrupt the United States. These psychopaths need to be stopped. Stopping these psychopaths isn't just taking out their foot soldiers, the people, the morons that they've hired to do this agitating for them. Oh, you can slow them down by shooting a number of those so that the rest of them are scared to go out, take the pay. But stopping them is tracing the electronic communications, which they're using to make these, to organize this. It's finding the people who hired the buses to move all these people in, who are paying the hotel bills, who are doing all this. And then going in and getting them all on conspiracy to murder. Because that's what it was. Okay? The murderer was not Kyle. He was doing this in self-defense. The murderer was the person who set up the situation. The people who paid for those riots. The people who arranged to have the violence. Those people are the murderers. And they must be found. And we have all of the information to find it. Every single major financial transaction is 100% tracked. Every single person involved in this. Giving weapons to felons. There's another felon. These are all felony charges, and everybody involved should be arrested, no matter what level of government they are at. Even the governors who refused National Guard protection after the first night of rioting should be arrested on treason or conspiracy for this. Because I'm pretty sure that there's record of them communicating with the people doing this organization. It is the only way we can return the country to a rule of law and peace, is to stop. And it will take some blood of these assholes, these psychopaths.
What's blood?
From shooting people dead. That's what blood is.
What is liquid?
And when the judges does what they're doing, all the tricks they're going to use to try and get this conviction on Kyle, that judge should be brought up before the Congress, disbarred, and removed from any office and put in jail as part of the conspiracy. They are going to deny him a fair trial. The same way they denied Roger Stone a fair trial, the same way they were going to try to deny Bannon a fair trial. It is not safe. And the only way to stop this is the rule of law applying to these criminals. These psychopaths. I want this boy to grow up in a safe, peaceful world like I did. If we allow these psychopaths to run free, it's not going to happen. It's almost to the point where a Black Lives Matter sign on somebody's lawn is an admission that they are a psychopath themselves. Mark these people in your minds. The time will come. Peace and joy
What did you say? Peace
to everybody
and
who
joy.
isn't a psychopath.